Uphill, pull, 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 pull. Careful of your ankles, knees, and hips. Hey there. Hurry back. YouTube, if you hear that music, I do not own the copyrights to that music. It's like nature. It's just out there. It's the weekend. People are having a good time. They're having a blast. So just let them have a merry time. It's the weekend. Some of them are off. They need a break from the last week, okay? I do not own the copyrights or any rights to the music that you may hear YouTube. Breathe. Deep breath in and out. In and out. In and out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe. 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 In through your nose so that your nose can filter that oxygen, that O2, and anything else that may be in the environment. Allow your nose to filter it. Allow your nose to filter it. out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale, exhale. If you need to use both, you need to breathe in and out through your nose and mouth, do so if that makes you feel better. Typically, in through your nose, out, in and out. Somebody's grilling, so you have those pollutants in the air, right? Allow them to be filtered as you inhale. Breathe in, exhale, release it out. Release it out. There's music that's kind of loud, so we're going to mute for a little bit. March in place. Stop, but keep going. Stop, but keep moving. Stop, but keep cruising. Keep pushing. In some cases, keep pulling. One foot in front of the other, one step at a time. If you see me do anything or hear me say anything, don't do it, okay? If you do so at your own risk. If you can do it, that's up to you. But always consult your primary health care provider. Disclaimer, check the description on my channel. Check the description on my channel. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. I don't fuss about thumbs, but I do appreciate them and anyone who gives them. Because there are some birds right now that are just watching, waiting to scoop up the poop. Scoop up whatever you say and do and take it to their channel. So I appreciate you who are here authentically, okay? Because you could be anywhere else. But if you spend a few seconds, a few minutes, a portion of this live with me, I appreciate you. I'm sure you guys are multitasking. It's the weekend. That's what we have to do, right? That's what we do every day. Many of us, we multitask every day. Okay. Hey, Stefan. Hey. So I want you guys to think health first. Okay? Think health first. And when you're out, if you come through here and I miss you, know that it is a big hello to you. I'm not looking at the chat as I walk most of the time. I do some so I can reply, but not a lot because I have to keep my head, as I say, on a swivel, trying to be 360, okay? Trying to be 360. All right? Stefan says Mike and Dominique. I haven't seen them. I'm just over Mike. I'm so over Mike because Mike is weak. I'm sure he probably did something or allowed Dominique to do something that she shouldn't have done. I'm so over Mike. At this point, I don't think Sonny and Melissa will be friends. But if they did, I wouldn't be mad at them. I wouldn't be mad at them. One, because even though I feel like Sunny did set most of this up, a lot of this up, I don't know if she so much set up the pregnancy part, but I do believe that she set it up when she said that her sister wasn't feeling well. Um, her sister wasn't feeling well. So that was the excuse to fake like you were backing out. Uh, and you know, these are skits. So her sister was okay. Okay. And then to not just let them know, hey, I'm coming, but you just pop up. Okay, you just pop up. I'm sure she figured that Mike would tell Melissa that she wasn't going. So not that meant Melissa had to stay, because she had to stay because of, you know, probation or whatever. But I think she knew what she was doing, throwing a monkey wrench in it by, oh, my sister is whatever, on the couch. I remember that scene. And then the next thing you know, of course, nobody was fooled. You see legs walking up and it's Sunny. Like, I knew she was going to do that. When she said she was canceling because of her sister, I was like, just help her line. And even if not, she's going to pop up. She's going to pop up. She popped up and everything was just drama. Mike went to jail. She created an outhouse baby. I'm like, no fault of the baby, but that baby was made in a bathroom outhouse. If it's his baby. Again, the measurements, the testing, they just got together maybe 4 weeks ago. And it could be 4 months from now. There's still a discrepancy in that time frame. That baby's age correlates more with the other guy when she had an encounter with him. So Dominique throwing a party, like a shower for a man, that was, first of all, when I saw that title, I was just like, I ain't even about to watch this. Because I'm getting like some of the other people in the comments. It's getting like repetitive. We went through this with Shayla, Anthony, and Amber. So now, you know, why can't somebody just be pregnant? Like, say D and Tamara. Let them get back together eventually, sooner than later, because we're tired of Momo, ho-ho. Let them get back together, and maybe they have a baby. Or somebody else who's like really happy have a baby. You know? But they got Sunny having a baby. And I'm like, come on. You and your daddy the reason you left Mike alone. Melissa was hanging in there. You left. So when you left, I guess you call yourself giving her Mike by default, but the point of the matter is Mike couldn't decide. So when you left, when she had every right, her daddy was right. She deserved better. But you did leave. So once you decided that you were too good for that, or that wasn't what you wanted to do, was share, then you should have stopped dipping. You should have stopped dipping. Like I said, she was open like 7-Eleven. You talking about putting your breath on the man down there, and he's in a full relationship with somebody else? Sonny, you trifling. So if she and Melissa were to become friends, I wouldn't mind that, which I don't think that'll happen. But who knows? Latassi and Ashley are friends. Latassi and Flawless are friends now. And they look good as friends. I'm just so tired of Mike. When I saw that thing about Dominique giving him a shower, first of all, who does that? Second, it's just more mess and a bunch of mess that's already too much mess. They could have left Dominique where she was if they was going to bring her back for this. They just could have left her where she was. I didn't even watch it. Because Mike just nasty. And so while Sonny worried about Melissa, she has been worried about Melissa a little bit. It's Diva who's mostly worried about Melissa. Since Diva wants to be in everybody's business, I'm sure Dominique is going to tell her about it. So let her go over and tell Sonny that. And no, better yet, let her run tell Melissa. I bet she won't tell Melissa. Because she knows Melissa going to put it out there. And then again, Diva is getting so, her character is watered down so much these days. She might tell Melissa, and Melissa can tell Sonny. Because she wants Sonny to know, but she doesn't want to be the one to tell her. So she may go tell her about Don and Mike so she can tell her. And I'm just like, so over it. I'm just going to start focusing on Amber and Anthony. Amber and Anthony, Sarah and DC, They don't have, they're like comedy. They're comedic relief. I can deal with Sarah in DC more so than I can with Mike. I ain't even gonna watch it. I ain't even gonna watch it because it's just too much. It's just too much. Because even if she put the pressure on him, like, when do you man up? When do you think about loyalty? And at this point, he claims his loyalty is to his baby. Okay, you're trying to eat better. You want to be better for your child. But mentally, morally, you still corrupt as hell. Like you're worse. Because right now, truth be told, it's sad to say it this way, but his loyalty when it comes to Dom, since he doesn't know how Melissa's feeling right now, he knows she's pissed off. If you acting like you want to get with her, you meet up with her mom, you telling Nikki, her cousin, you still love her. So if he was going to be weak to somebody, it should have been Melissa, because the breakup is fresh. She broke up with him. How are you going to be weak to Dominique? The one that you kept dragging for cheating on you. And ever since that happened, he's been nothing but a cheater. So Dominique probably has it in her head, well, I did it. Like Uncle Dudu told Melissa, people can be forgiven, right? Dominique's probably thinking, well, I did it. Now you've been cheating, so you should see how easy it can happen. So give me another shot. Because he would never give her another shot after the cheating incident. Hey, Carla, how are you? He would never give her another chance after the cheating incident. So now I'm just over Mike. I'm just over that whole little storyline. Yeah, he is. And Dominique is probably trying to get pregnant. How are you, Carla? Yeah, he is single. But for a man, even a single man has morals. You know, if that's the case, we would be legit in saying all men are dogs. Because, which I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when people say that, if you look at it through Mike's standards, it would be rational to say that. Because a single person can do whatever they want to do. They can be out there. They can be with 2, 3, 4, 5 other people. But at his age, expecting a baby, already in a triangle, why make it a square? Why make it a square? That's crazy. And that's not a good message to a lot of people watching. Because most people who watch those skits, the age is like anywhere from teen to 80 years old. So think of all the young men and women. You know, Wayne is doing his thing, right? He like the little, Tyler Perry of YouTube, of social media, because he's Facebook and everything. But young people, those aren't good examples. And I know it's supposed to be about life. And that's good. That's okay. Mike's situation would be okay if the Amber, Shayla, and Anthony situation hadn't just happened. And it's no more than like a soap opera. So I can understand people saying, well, it's just like a soap opera, so why fuss? Because for a producer or a person who's always talking about Jesus is popping, always talking about Jesus is popping, right? But your skits speak volumes of immorality. That's crazy. There's nothing really even moral about the skits at all. If it was all this stuff happening with like maybe 25% of morality somewhere, people being rational, trying to be right. When is the last time we seen Mama Brenda? Haven't. When is the last? Phil, even when Phil was doing his thing. Supposed to be with Latasha, married. As soon as Ashley turned her toot up her butt in the air, he's cheating. What happens? Latasha breaks her nose. You know, now, I will say, at least that story, to this point, has come to a better place. And that's realistic because some exes do get together and become friends. So I can understand that. I like that. I like that their relationship has turned into a friendship. And they really seem to be genuine. They really seem to be genuine. It seems like they like look out for each other. Well, Latasha has really been like giving Ashley some, I won't say good advice, but she has supported her. Because, you know, she got the same mindset. Whenever a dude comes around, she's like, get that money. And when Church tried to give her the car, he was for real because he was trying to make Ashley mad. And Latasha was like, are you crazy? So I like the way their friendship has evolved. So I'm all for the drama. But it's like lately, it's too much yes drama. You know, like, yeah, this stuff is normal. But the thing about life is, when you say Jesus is popping all the time, and when you trying to get out good messages, like, where are your good messages? I don't see his good messages anymore. I see Phil is back. I just got a notification saying when Phil overhears something. So I see Phil is back. But like Mike, he's one of the older male cast members, and he's the wildest one. And single or not, his moral values are down the toilet. His integrity, down the drain. And I hope if Sonny, see, he's claiming he doesn't want to stress Sonny, all this stuff. So even though they aren't together in a relationship quite just yet, because that's going to happen for a little while anyway, he's fresh out of a relationship. Yes, he is single, but if he had the feelings for Sonny and or Melissa, then Dom would be a fleeting thought. And why was it? She been applying pressure. She applied pressure before Terry actually got there. He didn't fall, so like, why are you falling at this point? That's why I was like, I can't stand it. Everyone's exactly. But I've noticed that, and Mike, maybe he writes his stuff. They say he does. I don't know how all these people think they know. Because sometimes a person can say, well, I write the skits. That doesn't mean that they're going to write the skits forever. You know, they do interviews and stuff. It doesn't mean that they write their own skits. And sometimes they'll say they write their own skits, or they write whatever skits. But it doesn't mean that they're doing it forever. So just because he said this last year doesn't mean he's still writing skits. Just because Amber was writing skits when the whole whatever Amber Anthony, that's been over a year ago, doesn't mean she's still writing her skits. Like, it doesn't matter who's writing the skits. And I know Wayne is involved in some other stuff. So whoever he leaves in charge to follow this stuff, they still need to look at it from the way he presents himself, or he claims he wants his stuff, his work to look. So it looks a hot mess. It just looks a hot mess. Everyone needs to move in with Mike, sister-wise. The good thing to do is everyone move away from Mike. If they were strong, they would all, whether they had to do it one at a time, get together as sister-wise and be like, I don't even say sister-wise, get together as sisters and say, you know what is it about this man that's drawing all of us? But see, they wouldn't be able to do that because, first of all, they are sisters. And you know how sisters are. Everybody wants to win. When you don't even realize is that when you allow somebody else to win sometimes, at the end of the day, you're the biggest winner. And they lost. Especially with somebody like Mike. If Melissa walked away, Dom walked away, and let Sonny have Mike, there's going to be a new character, someone new coming to the store, just like Sade. He was turned on by the stuff Sade was saying. There's going to be somebody else. Mike is not going to keep his head straight. So they should all win by just letting him go. Melissa let him go, Dom let him go, and Sonny, it's a little bit harder because of the baby connection, but she knows Mike. Let him go and be parents. Like today, she was crying, oh, I don't want you to be absent. I'm like, you're basically asking him to marry you. That's what you're asking for. You're asking him to move in. He said he would move you into a place, but you said you don't want to give him open access, right? So what do you mean when you come up with I don't want to do it by myself? I don't know, that stuff that Shayla told her is in her head. But she didn't even tell Shayla she's pregnant by him. So my thing is, you leave him alone, co-parent with him. Melissa leave him alone, and John leave him alone. Like, is that the only man that y'all see? God put other men on the earth, other men in Wayne's world. I think somebody could be better with Pierre than Amanda. I think Pierre is a better match for anybody other than Amanda. Shania. I think Shania could, I don't know which one, but maybe Melissa. Maybe even Sonny. Shania would have been a better match. Mike needs a woman like Ro. He needs a woman like Ro who is going to put her foot down, or like Natasha. I know he and Natasha don't like each other, but that's why he doesn't like Natasha, because Natasha is stern. She's stern. I know he and Ro were together, and when he was with Ro, he seemed like he was crazy about her. But that's what he needs. They can be their age. They don't have to be their age, because they're not that much older than Mike, because Mike is in his 40s. Ro is 50 or whatever. So, you know, he just needs a woman that's strong. The women that they're pairing him with end up not being strong. Now, I will say, between Sonny and Melissa, I always stand on Melissa is stronger. Did she get weak? Yeah, she was just living with this man. When she called him the other day, she really just wanted to hear his voice. And she was living with him. She got cheated on. He should understand it better than anybody. He claims he's understanding it, and he's trying to meet with her mom. He says he loves her, but he ain't going after her like he should. He's not going after Sonny like he should. So it's like you said, Stephon, bro, he's single. But he's too old for this. He's too old for this. I saw an interview where Mike and Rafi produced their, that's why I don't feel sorry for Rafi, because he won, they could change the story. Yeah, and that's why I say, unless it's like within the past 6 months, sometimes I'm not even so sure that they're still writing their own stuff. When they say that, I kind of look at when they do the interview and how much time has passed, and I'm like, anybody can be doing it now, you know? Because they be, oh my gosh, like, and maybe they just don't have any, maybe their thought process is that drama sells, which is true. But if you read the comments, like I know they do, pay attention to a lot of the comments that show people having some morals. You know, drama sells, but people still like integrity, okay? People still like integrity because there's such a lack of it. I missed the laughter. I skipped some more because yeah, I haven't even watched them today. I looked at somebody. I don't even watch Dalen's skits anymore. And I made it up in my mind I'm not going to watch his skits. Now, when they start writing him a bigger role, I'll probably be lost. But Dalen is like a female. When I think of his tendencies, I think female tendencies. Now, that being said, males can have this tendency too to move fast, to move on too soon. But Dalen is just weird to me. He's weird. No matter how appealing they try to make him, he's weird. And people be talking about, oh, he's good looking, but his actions, you know how a beautiful person can be unattractive through their actions? Well, he's unattractive through his actions. Not because he's mean or he's evil, but because he just acts so clueless. He acts so clueless. Hey, Tina, welcome to the TNT Family Show. How you doing, Tina? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you. So, I'm so done with them. He acts too clueless. So what y'all been doing? What did y'all do today? What did you do on this beautiful Saturday? I hope it was pretty where you were. If you got a little rain, I hope it helped. Okay? Sometimes the rain can help. Sometimes it makes it really, really muggy. Sometimes the rain can help. Sometimes it makes it really, really muggy. YouTube held a comment. Let me see. Yeah, they held that one, Stephon. Yeah, Wayne is proven to be even more so lately, because my thing is, you don't even like Shayla. You never liked her with your brother. So why are you acting like Anthony is so wrong? He doesn't like Anthony for real. And I feel like he would rather see Anthony with Shayla, because even though they have a child together, like I said, he doesn't stand on morals either anymore, or at all. I won't say anymore, because he probably never did. This man's got 10 kids by 4 or 5 women. But He doesn't stand on any type of integrity because Shayla lied to your brother for months till this baby was born. Had him over there, had her best friend and the fake father delivering her baby. Now all of a sudden you feel sorry for her? You feel sorry for her? Come on, Wayne. Just resting. Get you some rest. Get you some rest, Tina. Get you some rest. Make sure to get you some rest. Because if you feel like you need it, you need it. You need it. So I'm just so undone with Mike. Like, so now what do? You already in a situation where you slept with someone, you cheated on Melissa, you made a baby, and now that you're during this little break time, you can't even let her be mad, give her the time to be mad that she needs, because he's single. Yeah, she broke up with him, but what does it look like though? What does it look like to her? I'm mad at you. That's why we broke up. You got another lady pregnant. And now, not only did you do that, you dipping with your other ex. You might as well have just, Melissa probably will, if she finds out about Dominique, she's going to be like, you might as well have just stuck with Sonny. Like, it's gonna really just solidify in her mind that he definitely is no better than J-Mo. At least J-Mo told her, Ernestine ain't going nowhere. You know? He was up front, and she made the decision. She stayed a little bit, and then she left. Mike is just a liar, and he's a cheater. And he had the nerve to talk about Dominique. Now, I don't like Dominique. I like her, but I don't like her actions with what she's doing. Like, girl, sit down. Sit down. He's living with somebody. Melissa hadn't gotten her stuff yet. Okay? He has a baby with somebody else. And your best friend is best friends with the other woman he has a baby with. So how does she think, what kind of position is she putting Diva in? Hey, Larry. Hello. And good evening to you. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Larry. How are you? How are you? How are you? Are you getting you some rest too? I see Tina says that she's getting her some rest. I wait on Nikki crossing the line. That's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, if he crossed the line with Nikki, who would be surprised? Who would be surprised? And you can't say something like you could say, well, Nikki's not his type. You can't even say that. It's like anybody his type. Look at Melissa, totally different from Dawn. Look at Dawn, totally different from Melissa, totally different from Sonny. Melissa's totally different from Sonny. Sonny's totally different from them. You know, everybody's totally different. If you classify as female, you have to watch Mike around your lady. And now, Rashal ain't lying. You know, Rashal is goofy. Rashal and Dalen kind of in the same box for me. But Rashal is goofy. But he's right about Mike. He's right about Mike. He'll sleep with his friends, women. And even if they're not their women, if you know that your buddy is interested in somebody, if it's early on and the girl is not interested at all, maybe y'all went to high school together, now you working together, you out of school, that's totally different. Or she shows no interest and she may be even like, I'm feeling his friend, that's totally different. Mike will know that you're feeling somebody. And like the way he did Rashad, fake pumping him up to go for Sonny until he and Sonny linked up. Then it was like, oh no, man, she ain't. I can't stand a man like that. So Rashad is just goofy, but now I'm starting to see why he feels the way he feels about Mike. Because when all that stuff happened, he's trying to be cool with Mike again. But when that happened, he was like, nah. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't think Rashad would have done that to him. Now, like you said, Dawn put the pressure on Mike. Now, if somebody put the pressure on him, being that it's hard for him to get women anyway, maybe. But Mike has done this time and time again. He did it to Rashad, and now it's not even about the way he handled Rashad. Now it's about the way he's doing these women. And when a person is single, that's still not good or healthy to be for the streets. You're using an excuse as a reason. The bank has money. You're broke. That can't be your reason for going and taking something from the bank that you shouldn't take. Now, you being for the streets isn't illegal, but honestly, it almost is at his age. at the situation he's currently in. Now you've put another female in the mix. And then you was resisting. He resisted the heck out of Dawn. So that's why I say I don't care what kind of pressure she applied. He resisted her all this other time. And now you've added kids to the mix. And then look at the way he did they did the whole Tamar and Brittany thing. And then got Tamar out here as an 18-year-old looking like a straight 304. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm starting to kind of like, I watch the other people, like the other people who have skits that, like Nadia. I like Nadia so much better in her own skits. You know, Dalen even has this thing where he goes to haunted houses and stuff like this. Chase does skits. Sometimes he has, you know, some of the Country Wayne actors in his skits. Miss Mama Brenda does her thing. I'm starting to enjoy those more than those Country Wayne skits. Right now, like I said, the only ones that I'm really feeling on Country Wayne is I'm starting to get tired of D, because he knows that Momo is up to no good, but then he's still like flaunting her. How you come to an audition, something that was not your idea? You're not supposed to even have your hand in the creative process as far as the dancers and stuff like that. That's T's job. That's Tamara's job. You come and you put the chair out and you let this girl do a lap dance. You could have did that at home and just told T, give Momo the position. And then Momo ain't doing you no good right now. She claims that Ron is her brother. That's what she claimed. Right? She claims that Ron is her brother. He seems more like a former pimp. So when she says brother, are you meaning brother, blood brother? Or are you meaning like someone that's just really cool with you, has had your back for a long time, and y'all just basically family? Which one do you mean? Because she kept saying, why no calls, why no calls? So he could be her brother. Or he could be, you know, just like family or whatever. But she's no good. When is she going to get caught with what she did with Rafi? Which they didn't do anything, but she used him at the same time that she was talking to D. I'm just sick. I'm just tired of like the only good skits going on right now that I'm intrigued by to see what's going to go down is Anthony, Shayla, and Amber. Because I'm trying to figure out, Amber put her foot down today about that money. So after a while, she's going to start talking about court-ordered money. And when court-ordered money come into play, it's going to be DNA. So I'm looking forward to that. They don't have Dawn on there anymore. Dawn made it a little bit exciting. Raquel, it's like they leave the storyline alone for 3-4 weeks a month, and then they pop back up. Now, if they're doing a movie or something, that's different. Because you can keep the storyline going even if one of the characters isn't there, right? So now Dawn pops up basically to be a 304 for Mike. Girl, he don't respect you now even more. See, they trying to throw themselves in the mix like, I got a shot. But now he's not respecting you. He must took the money and sell his soul because of the negative stereotype. Yeah, I'm like, it's just too much. It's too much. Momo must go with writers because I hate seeing her. Oh my God. It's been 45 minutes, bro. I'm gonna get my butt off of here on that one. That's too fun. I'm so tired of her. Her and her female pimps. I honestly thought Ron was her pimp. But if he is her brother, I can't wait to see what how that goes as far as him and Aisha. I can't wait to see where that goes. And then look at how they have a thing with Mimi where they're talking about abuse, right? They barely show her. She's come back, right? She's asked for help. But they really could be on that storyline. I don't think they dropped a skit about that yesterday. And Aisha, you know, she kind of ticked me off because it seemed like she still wanted to laugh, like when she pulled her shirt up and looked. But you know, I give it the benefit of the doubt. It could be good acting. Because you know, like when you have a nervous laugh, like a, damn, I was wrong. Or she really is. Sometimes you get just like a nervous kind of smile or laugh. Because it looked like she still wanted to laugh. So I'm thinking, is she laughing because she thinks it's makeup? Or she had like, her mouth was open, not in shock to me. It was more of a, maybe surprise, but like she maybe was about to have a nervous laughing moment. And I'm like, so if that's really true, if that's if that's where they're going with the storyline, that could be a really good storyline. Like, that could be a storyline. But I didn't like the way Aisha looked like. She looked like she was surprised at first. Then when Mimi walked off, it was almost like, Mimi. And it was almost like she was about to grin. So I've been in a situation before where something definitely isn't funny and you almost have to laugh it off at first. Or you're like, what the hell? And it seems like it's kind of like a smile or something. But it's really an uncomfort, a discomfort, you know. So I don't know. That's a storyline that they really could go somewhere with. But they too busy worrying about people exchanging panties and underwear. Dalen, look at Dalen. What he did with Brittany. He always talking about Brittany, but he ain't no better. He ain't no better because he didn't have to even sleep with Brittany. For real, he didn't have to sleep with Brittany. I thought she was the brother. So even if it was your get back or whatever, like, you slept with her because you were a dog. He didn't have to sleep with Brittany. He's so into Noelle. He was trying to use Noelle to make her jealous. But why did you sleep with Brittany? That was just so out of... Now, if they had let him sleep with her, and then he had like, look, Kevin, I just can't. I'm just so into her. I just can't let her go. I would respect that more than, nah, I got what I want, get out of here. You know, like, really? Even before they started trying to mess around, you know, they were friends by way of Amber and Anthony. Like, you already know Anthony don't like her. So, which I guess he really don't care. But it just let me know that his character, he ain't all that he crack up to be either. Right, and then kissed Amber. So it's like, I ain't feeling Dalen. I'm definitely not feeling Mike and Dominique. And Sonny and Melissa, like I said, if they could end up being like Latasha and Ashley, that would be cool. While Diva was talking about she the godmother, and Diva would be mad. I don't think she wants them to be cool. Like, she was saying, yeah, that's what it's all about, sister empowerment. But she was saying that when she thought Melissa had caved. And she was like, yeah, she's saying sister empowerment to Melissa. But in her mind, she's thinking, yeah, Sonny took your man. When actually, Melissa took the man and gave the man back, because when you got a man, what's Sonny talking about, putting her breath on him and all this kind of stuff? Girl, you said that you was too good for that, though, to share. If you were too good to share, why are you good enough to be a side piece? I don't understand that. Your daddy said you was too good for this. You said you're right. So you basically, she gave Mike an ultimatum. And remember, Mike even lost the movie role and everything because he still wasn't willing to just be told what to do. So he didn't pick Melissa per se. He wanted to be with both, and he was being with both. So if they had to let it play it out a little differently, it would have been best woman win, or whoever he, you know, whatever. But her daddy put his foot down, made her put her foot down. So if you're so bougie and high class, and Melissa is such a hot Cheeto eating 304 from the hood, why did you continue to mess with a man that was messing with a woman like Melissa when you said you were too good for that? So that's why I can't get with Sonny. And Melissa, because the reason I do have more empathy for Melissa is because she never cheated on him. And when she finally decided she was going to try to work with him, she left J-Mo alone physically. Because there's been so many other women. Remember, she told her mom Mike just did the same thing J-Mo did, except J-Mo never went and made a baby. So, and if he did, she didn't know about it, you know? So I'm like, y'all around here, Diva talking down on her, Dominique talking down on her, Sonny acting like she's too good. But really, she classier than all three of y'all. Dominique, you so classy, but you still got to run back after this man had been with the whole Atlanta. Because you know, she never wanted to let him go. I understand that, but he been with the whole Atlanta. The whole Atlanta. At some point, even when you want your ex back, when your ex gets out there and wild out so much, you be scared to take him back. You know? So, and then with Sonny, you was above being with him because he kept fooling with the trash. And your buddy, your little buddy twin Diva, y'all just had y'all little male incident, but now y'all buddy because it's a baby. Like, Diva don't even know her like that to be like sticking around. And then she telling her not to go see Shayla. Yeah, Shayla isn't Sonny's friend, I know. But Diva, you weren't either. Because if Diva was a real friend, she would have handled Sean differently. Because Sean was full of mess. Sean was full of mess. So it's like, I'm just so over Mike. I don't even look forward to those skits right now. But I look forward to Anthony, Amber, and Shayla. And I hope Mama Brenda is back because they said something about Phil a few minutes ago. So I'm about to get out of here, guys. It's been 51 minutes. No friendship is safe. Come on, Stefan. Exactly. No friendship is safe in Wayne's world. And then Wayne giving the worst advice. And then, what you think about him trying to check Amber at Amber and Anthony's house in front of her? I mean, in front of Anthony. Amber is crazy. I would have let Anthony, when Anthony told her that she checked him, girl, please, I wouldn't have said a word. Like, I understand that a lot of people are saying, well, why he can't check Shayla and her mama like that? He kind of did check her mama. He told, when she started trying to be all threatening, he was like, he Anthony Dalton, you the one that don't want to smoke. So he really hadn't had contact with her mother anymore. Now, Shayla kicking him, you could tell by the look on his face, it took all he had to refrain from whatever. Because she was crazy then. When she kicked him, now Shayla was acting her butt off. She was acting her butt off in them scenes when she was acting crazy. But when she kicked him, you could tell it took all of him. But again, he's looking at that as the mother of his child. He doesn't want to say so much or do so much. But now you've made your decision. So you say, people already side-eyeing you because you told Shayla it was a process. So if you are and whatever his process is, he must plan on moving all his money because he still doesn't have a prenup. So I think he really wants to be home. He missed his home. I think he missed Amber, but I think he missed their life together. Shayla doesn't work. Look at how she was looking when she was out there on the phone calling him for money. She just looked like she thinks she's entitled to not work. And so it really should let him know, the more Amber talked to him, this girl's trying to trap you. She was the one that told you about me and Wayne. She ends up y'all doing stuff with no protection. How many times and gets pregnant? You slip up one time or you cheat one time and don't get pregnant. Y'all kept on till you finally she got pregnant. And now she around here looking like a baby mama in the drugstore talking about she needs some money. Go to work. Go to work. He definitely, true, Stefan, bro, true. I'm like, go to work. Oh, thank you, Stefan. Thank you. I forgot to tell you. I think I was on here and I didn't see the notification. Thank you so much, bro, for the support. I appreciate you so much. So it's like, Shayla, go to work. I left a comment and said, if she ain't got no job, maybe she can work at the club. She could be a waitress at the club, bro. She could be a waitress at the club. But Amber don't want that mess around. So my thing is, yeah, she don't need no $3,000. Because first of all, you pay her car note, you pay her home, she needs to work. The only responsibility he has is to Kai. And the judge determines how much that will be. So go ahead, go to court, get custody, visitation, or get visitation. If she keeps acting crazy, get custody. But he doesn't have to take care of Shay. I don't know who Shayla thinks she is. Like, it doesn't go like that in the real world. I don't even know why they're even putting it like that. And I don't know if Wayne is writing it like that because you know how he always prides himself on talking about he takes care of his kids and their mothers. So maybe that's why he's trying to put Anthony in that position in the skits to take care of Shayla too. I mean, but that's your life, Wayne. That's your life. Everybody doesn't think the same way you do. And it doesn't turn out like that for everybody because everybody can't afford to go out and have 10 babies and then hope and be blessed enough that your formula worked so you can take care of the kids and the kids' mom. You got some men who are just regular, average working men or with money like Anthony. They are still not responsible for the mother. He didn't marry Shayla. He doesn't owe her any alimony. He doesn't owe her to take care of her at all. Sorry, YouTube, that is not me. I do not own the rights to that music. I couldn't catch it that time. So he doesn't owe her anything. So go, if the man says $3,000 a month, that's one thing. But go and see. And usually, if it comes down to talking about child support, a DNA test is going to be had. And so we get to see if that's his baby. Right. And that baby has red hair. Look at her mother's hair. Her mother's hair could be dyed. But her mother also said that their grandmother had hair like that. So, yeah, Amber needs to pull in those reins for that money, on that money. Ain't nothing wrong. Like she said, she works. Amber works. Why can't Shayla? And I don't blame Amber now, because now you talking about my money, because we make money together. And so to be mad, if you just think about it, she asked those questions about who pays her utilities, who pays her car, who pays for the apartment. And then when she finds out Ro knew, that's going to be another issue. Fortunately, she and Ro aren't like buddy, and she probably wouldn't be surprised because of the way Ro took him back, let him stay at her house or whatever. She probably thinking Ro got something against her, so she's not going to be real surprised, but she is going to question her integrity. Because, you know, she did think enough of Ro, that Ro was one of the first people she told about him. Right. Paying that girl bills, paying her car note. Nah, get a job. Since she talk all that noise to Zastri, Zastri hasn't had a husband, but you haven't either, Shayla. And her mama talking, you ain't even have a husband, Zastri. You got one who's not satisfied. He living with another woman. So it looks like Zash winning. And y'all spinning. So, yeah, that Mike and Dominique, that's just nasty to me. Dominique got to be the nastiest girl in the world. Girls, just think about it. If Sonny's pregnant, that means no protection. He lives with Melissa, that means no protection. And then you come and get in the sloppy thirds. And then Mike being the older brother, the older cousin, one of the older men in the skits. Come on, Mike. Like, get it together. You should be past that stage. Even if you're single, you should be past that stage. But I'm about to get out of here, bro. Thank you for hanging in here with me. I appreciate you. You guys, I hope that you guys have heard some of the good stuff we said about the walking and talking and the exercising, talking to your doctor. Don't do anything I do or you hear me say over here. If you do so at your own risk. Consult your primary healthcare provider, your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your nurse, your fitness coach, your personal trainer, okay, your therapist, your occupational therapist, your physical therapist, your psychologist, your psychiatrist, your dietitian, your nutritionist. All of those people, or any one or any combination of those people that you may have, your specialty doctors. That is your healthcare team. Listen to how your body feels. Listen to how your body feels, okay? Listen to God first. Listen to how your body feels, okay? All right? Talk with your healthcare team. They know about you. You know about you. They know about you, okay? So don't do anything that you hear anybody on any app say. If you listen, over here we drop nuggets. So we drop those nuggets, not for you to grab them up and just immediately act on them. We want you to pick up these nuggets. You guys drop nuggets for me as well. Good night, Stefan. Pick up the nuggets. Do your research. Then talk with your healthcare team about it and see if those nuggets may be something that's beneficial for you or someone you know and love. And that they can help you in your journey, okay? So that they can help you in your journey. So it's the weekend still. If you're working, still. If you're not, get you some rest, relaxation, release, relate, resolve what you can. Okay? React to what you need to react to. Don't react to what you don't need to react to. Okay? Replenish your heart, mind, body, and soul. Restore. Refill your cup. Okay? You look at it as half empty or half full. But if it's halfway, whatever it is, refill it with good things, positive things. All right? All right? So do that. Remember self-love, self-motivation, self-dedication, self-determination, self-evaluations. All of those things are key. Self-esteem, okay? All of those things are key. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. And I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. If you find yourself in a misery lounge, grab your grip and go. If somebody comes to you with trouble, chaos, tell them to grab their grip and go. Again, we need peace, positivity, and prosperity. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever they live and roam together, if you allow them to get the best of you or to take hold, they may not allow you to prosper to your fullest potential. I want us all to prosper to our fullest potential. Prosper, prosper, prosper. We want to walk patiently, peacefully, and purposefully into our purposes. Okay, guys? See, that's like nasty. Like, I ain't even going to watch that. Because it's gotten to the point with me where it's just nasty now. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk. Tomorrow is Sunday. Spend some time with you and your friends. I might see y'all tomorrow if it's the Lord's will. If not, I might see you the next day. But whatever day I see you, take care. Be blessed, okay? Safety first, okay? Safety first. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, bro. Bye, Stefan. Let me go see. And see, now they hard. They barely dropping Amber and Anthony skits. So let me go see what I can watch. I got to decipher. Bye, y'all. Look at those gnats everywhere.